And is a cartoon I do after the polemic against the cartoonist in Danish cartoonist. And I wrote with my pen, I must not draw Muhammad, I must not draw Muhammad, but with letters, it looks like a guy with a beard, and the other guy with the beard is also maybe the same, I don't know. And I remember the readers told me, oh, maybe the guy with the beard is maybe Leonardo da Vinci. And I said, oh, okay, because if that is Leonardo da Vinci, I have no problem. Because, you know, it is forbidden to draw. It was a new for me, it was new for me, because I did not know we are not allowed to draw against the prophet. It was new. And this cartoon I made 5 years ago, and I had no problem. But when these cartoons was published in Egypt, it was a big problem. And I remember the girl in the audience in Alexandria and Cairo, they told me, because they were closed like that, but she told me, oh, why you have a drop, you draw a drop, because we are okay with the veil, it is not a problem. And maybe the girl of the girl with the song, she has no drop, but she has a problem, because my religion is Muslim, okay, but his religion is maybe marketing with the tongue. And she told me, it was new for me, because she told me, under my veil, maybe I have some. And the guy, the girl, and the boys say, yes, we know that, we know that. And it is very important, because with cartoon we can speak and we can talk a lot of things. And when this cartoon was published in Cairo, the chief editor was fired, because he received also by the phone death menace, and he is alive, but it was before the polemic against the Danish. And if I return in Egypt, when I was in Qatar last month, now I think it's not a good idea to present, because we have to be careful now. We have to draw against the intolerance, not about the religion, about upon the cloud, about Muhammad. I think it's not our job. It is a cartoonist in the 50s in Egypt. He drew a guy, it was an imam, he was always with the girl. And it was allowed in the 50s to draw that. Now it is impossible in Egypt to imagine an imam with a girl like that. And Bagori is a guy from, a cartoonist from Egypt. He is Copt, Christian, of Cairo and Alexandria. And he drew in Al-Ayam, the first newspaper in Egypt. It is a cartoons I made about my view of the future of the Middle East, and it was signed, these cartoons, by Arafat. It was some weeks before he died, and he signed this cartoon because he thinks also it is the future of the Middle East. And it is not easy when I go to Jerusalem, Haifa, Tel Aviv, I present the same cartoons. And there is a lot of Israeli people, they think, yes, the future is that the good view, because the dove with the flag, with the two colors of the Israel and Palestinian flag inside, it is the future. And maybe this is the logo of the future Monde. It is if you see a money, you can see a lot of picture, and it is the future logo of the Monde of Middle East with the three religions: Israeli, Christian, and Islam. And when I was in Tunisia, Arafat would like to talk with me, speak, and he drew the future he was not able in 91 to speak, I recognize the Israeli people, but with the blue pen, he drew this David Star on the flag. It was new before Oslo conversation. It was in 91 and Oslo was in 93. It was the first document where was the signature of Arafat with the future of the recognized of Israeli people. And now it was an interrogation, and now with my friend, the Secretary General of United Nations, Kofi Annan, now we build a movement. The name is Cartooning for Peace, and we mixed a lot of cartoonists of all the world to build the future of our opinion, because we want to be against the intolerance, against the Al-Qaeda or Hamas sometimes, and against also the territory, but without something against the beliefs. It is, we have to build. It was the last a cartoon from Israel Adikat. He's a very big cartoonist in Jerusalem, and he drew the future of Middle East. And there is a lot of Israeli and Palestinian people in cartoonists that are building the future of the. Oh, do you know what is this cartoon? You think is a Palestinian cartoons or Israeli cartoons? Is an Israeli cartoons. It is, and the Palestinian, when we were together in Ramallah, we thought it was also a Palestinian cartoon. It is an Israeli cartoon. Because, and in Ramallah, this guy is Baha Bukhari. He works in Ramallah, and he works against Israel army. Naturally, it is his job. He is Palestinian, but he draws also against the Hamas. And it's very, very courageous, because if he put a foot in Gaza, he is died. He is shot, he's bombing. And he is very courageous. There is a lot of cartoonists in the world that are very courageous. He is Baha Bukhari. He draws against Israel army, it's natural, but also against Hamas. It is another guy, Abu Arafeh, Khalil Abu Arafeh. He drew in Jerusalem East, and he drew also against Fatah and against Hamas. And his brother is from Hamas. You imagine the problem in the family. And a Lebanon guy, Stavro, about the Palestinian. We have another friend from Lebanon, is Jaro? No, you. Hayo, and when we were together in Beirut, we speak also with the Hezbollah, because sometimes with our cartoons and my cartoons, when I draw about the Hezbollah in Beirut, I have problem, but it is also my job. And this cartoon was when it was a big bomb in London, and it was before the polemic of the cartoonist, Danish cartoonist. And you can see the guy with the turban and a bomb. He is not God. He is only Al-Qaeda. He was not against Muhammad. And you remember the Danish cartoonist, but drew about Muhammad. But my view is we have to draw against Al-Qaeda. Upon the cloud, maybe one day, but now I think it's not a view. It's my view of the Palestinian. It's about the liberation in 45. I make a stamp about that. It's my friend of Algeria, because when he's a tragedy, he's able to draw something very smiling. And I am not able to draw very smiling. Last week we have a problem, you know, with Air France, Rio, Paris, with the plane. I'm not able to go to draw something very smiling. He is able, and I like very much, because I want to be shocked by the cartoon of the other. I like also this one. Also, is a guy from France. I like very much. It's a view about, I spoke about the belief. It's my view when Jean-Paul II was dead, and sometimes I make very serious cartoons because I respect Jean-Paul II, but when you remember that about Benoit, about the